have a caller, and this shows like a Nigerian call, except if it's just the number. Hello there.
Michael, how are you?
I am very well. Oh, thank you for asking. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. I'm okay. Dangerous individual. I'm good.
Mohammed, is that you?
Yes, this is me.
You see? Now this is going to be interesting. Mohammed.
Yes.
You are live. Everybody can hear you.
Yes. I know everybody can hear me. I've been watching you. I've been watching since I've been listening to everything that you've been saying. And you see, it's just unfortunate that where we are supposed to draw boundaries, we don't draw boundaries, and where we are supposed to put respect, we don't put respect. I'll start with this before going to Ilorin. I'll start with this Mesoma girl situation. When it first came out that her result was doctored, everybody was saying, no, it's an agenda against the Igbos. It's an agenda against the Igbos, blah, blah, blah. Even on this show. At the end of the day, it turned out that she actually doctored that result. Apart from that, if you check the list of those who have actually been the top candidates for JAMB for the past 10 years, most of them were Igbos. So we're fighting in the wrong place. We are just gaslighting ourselves. Like, the truth of the matter is, when you live with people, there is always that fine line where you don't cross. That is how you show that you respect them. Ilorin is a place where I don't think it's not about the tribe, the language. It is more about the religion. It's more about the religion. You can't go to the Vatican now and go and be calling prayer now.
So
that's just what we are saying.
I didn't get that.
You can't go to the Vatican. Can you go to the Vatican and go and be calling prayer to the Pope's house, to the Vatican, and go and be calling prayer? So I'm going to be doing Allahu Akbar in the Vatican. You can't do that.
Right. But Vatican is, as you can tell, is Vatican. So which simply
Vatican
is described
Vatican.
as a sort of a Catholic
Ilorin
place.
is a very, very deeply, forget that we have our own
Ilorin
fault.
is not Vatican,
Ilorin
so to say. Is it?
Yes, Ilorin is not Vatican. Forget that we have our own
described as that. Okay, go on.
But Ilorin is a place where we are deeply rooted in Islam. Do you understand? The major mistake, as far as I'm concerned, which I was just asking even my wife right here, right now, is why are we speaking Yoruba when we do not want to identify with them? That's the question that I'm asking.
The Ronu Pato,
do you understand? That is where I apportion blame to me and my people. That why are we speaking Yoruba when we do not want to identify with them? But you see, on this issue of Isese, blah blah blah, I understand what is going on. Forget that we are not perfect, and some people are already saying that we too, some of us visit Babalawo, all these things and the rest. But the moment you come to Ilorin and start doing Isese, like we become something else.
Yeah.
We become something else. It's not an issue of tolerance.
Mohammed, right?
It's not an issue of tolerance. Yeah.
Oh, is it not? It's not about tolerance. That's where I'm going. Like,
it's not an issue of tolerance. We tolerate each other. There are churches in Ilorin.
Okay.
What you don't do is not as if you don't that people celebrate Christmas in Ilorin. People celebrate Easter in Ilorin.
Now. I know Christian, Muslim, they've sorted out their rivalry in a way, like, you know what I mean? Except one intentionally provoked the other. Okay, like this is not about the attitude towards those who are like traditional worshippers now. That's what actually prompted this, right? So, like the attitude towards that is not the same as attitude towards Christians. Would you agree?
I agree, and that's what I'm saying is, but at the end of the day, at the end of the day, this woman that wanted to do the Isese, she's not from Ilorin. Why even she will go to where she's from to go and do this thing? Why is she coming?
That's exactly what they are telling her now. They are telling her that she can go and do it elsewhere.
Everybody has his heritage. Everybody has his heritage and their own culture. It's not a matter of this thing. Look, me now, for example, my name is Mohammed Bagore. I don't bear any Yoruba name. You cannot find Yoruba in my name at all. Which is part of the question where I'm asking.
Like, how do you feel? Do you see yourself as you? Let me even ask you. You are called from the Emirate, which is good. All right. I believe that.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
as I am like this, I'm from the Emirates.
Yes.
As I am like this, if you ask me normally outside, on a day when I'm not too conscious, you're like, Mohammed, what about you? I'll tell you that I'm Yoruba. But if my father should hear you, he will be like, Mohammed, no, don't identify with them. No, you're not.
Do you feel?
They are not.
How do you feel?
No, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you.
Like,
to be honest with you, I don't feel good about that.
Tell me,
to be honest with you, I don't feel good about that.
You know, sorry.
I don't feel good about that.
You don't feel good about it.
I don't feel good about that. The fact that I'm speaking Yoruba, but I don't want to identify with them. That is a terrible mistake that our forefathers have made. And I don't know whether it would be possible to correct that right now.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So do you actually get the whole picture now, Mohammed? That what I was trying to say here is that without putting anybody on trial, okay, using the word tolerance means all these things exist. Even as we are talking right now, there are Isese people in Ilorin, okay? But the point here is that they are under the under the control of the tolerance. How much the clerics, right? The Islamic cleric, how much they tolerate them. If they go beyond where they say they should, or except what I mean, how they describe what they believe as going beyond your boundaries. So what is that boundary for a Yoruba person in a supposed Yoruba land? And you know, you made something clear around that. You are from the Emirates. You unconsciously identify as Yoruba, right? But if your dad should hear you confidently say that, he will quickly correct you. Now, that's confusion, the confliction I'm talking about, right? That when you are to defend something Yoruba, which somehow is the language you speak, right? And then defend something that is of the Emirates. In this case, right, how does that actually feel for an average person in this, you know? And I'm glad you said it's not good, right?
Yeah. It's not. That's what I'm saying. Like, I actually, and funny enough, I've never asked myself this question up until now. Until now, actually, while I was watching you talk, I was like, it's actually true, because I don't understand why we are speaking Yoruba, but we do not want to identify with them. And I think it's a question that our elders should start answering. Whether we can change that now or not, I don't know.
Thank you very much. Again,
Thank you,
made the conversation more interesting, because this is you speaking as an individual concerned too, because this is about you too. Let's hear from others. Okay. And like I said, my callers, I hope you remember what I said. This is not a sort of a competition, something or blame game. Hang on, my caller. It's not a blame game thing. Don't come here and remind me of a Fulani conquered this and that. These are not the point of conversation. Okay, these are more deeper than that. Individuals who actually come from Kwara, who speak Yorubas, and they watch all this exclusion from what is actually Yoruba in a way, right? If anybody is to run, whether you are from Kwara or not, have you actually ever thought about this in the whole scheme of things? Hello there. Now you are back, my caller. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Hello?
Yes, sir. I can hear you loud and clear. Please.
Yeah, I can hear you. I just wasn't sure if you could.
I can now. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. I mean, you're doing a great job. Thanks for the information you passed. I mean, the audience, and I mean, I just wanted to shed a little bit of light on Ilorin. You know.
Yes, sir.
Well, you said we should limit it to what's really happening now, away from the history of the Northerners invited to fight a war, you know, justified as it is or might not be, you know. Yeah, somebody did come, they won the war, they are here. I'm full Yoruba, don't get me wrong.
With you.
I have nothing to do with the Emirates and all that. But I mean, let sleeping dog fly. In my own opinion, you know, it's a history, rich history we've had for far too long. You know, the Emir has been there. Some of us have thought about things we could do, like, this is a Yoruba place now, we should get this way. Again, you know, you cannot devoid the whole situation from historical facts. You know, we go back to, why did they come? Okay, now they are here. Can we have something in harmony? Which, of course, is a slogan of the state. You know, we have too many different things that make up Kwara. In the majority, Yorubas are more in Kwara. Even in Ilorin itself, You know,
and
for
that's why
instance,
I use the language. Like they all speak Yoruba majorly, right? I know that the Yorubas outside Ilorin are actually more. But this same kind of conflicted identity, where to belong, who to stand with, is always there. Remember?
Yes. And I think, sorry, sir, you know, with all of these things going on, as the Yorubas will say it in their own usual, you know, surulere, you know, time will take care of a lot of the errors. But then we would have it come piece by piece in peace. You know, rather than, oh yeah, somebody is standing up today, we do our egungun. Even for the average Ilorin Christian, he doesn't really understand what's going on. Like, when did this big egungun come about? I am a respecter of tradition.
Yes.
But if we have been doing it little by little, just add a little bit more, expose it to the people, get your converts, you know, but don't come in a way to try start a fight. Like, okay, it's now our turn. It's like Yoruba nation from a different corner. You know, like they are, you know, looking to achieve that. No, it's okay. I respect Yoruba nation and all of the Biafran, but let's be honest with ourselves. Like, sorry, Ogamerigo, even where you are, if you tell everybody the truth, the big mistake of the referendum in the United Kingdom, it has put them in a very, very bad state. How many prime ministers in how many months, if we are going to count in months?
I know.
So at times, you know, people need to understand the need to make sacrifices. Nigeria is not anything close to perfect. But as we have it now, there is a body that rule over like the 5 different these and all of the ethnic groups that we have. How much advantage are we taking of this coming together? This error, the British, we all say the British made. In this same Ilorin, you are making an example of, there were the Yoruba-speaking people that believed they needed to pull out. There were lots. They were the ones they took to Kogi State. A lot of them died. I'm not saying died because they committed suicide. I know families. As soon as they got to Kogi, the dream they had was wrong. We are not taking time to ask ourselves the question. We want Biafra. We want you, but what have you done? Okay, right now, Biafra states, cut it, 6, 7, whatever you want to cut to them. Do they take budget, part of the budget from Nigeria? Now you want to pull out of Nigeria. The money you have been collecting from Nigeria for the last 40 years or 50 years or so, what have you done with it?
Hello, can you hear me? Oh no. It was making a point there, and they're like, you know, regular questions. Is somebody who I can say is not a big fan of a breakup, okay? He believes that, you know, people can still work out their differences and all that. That's what I could make of that, okay? But I'll take another call. Hello there.
Hello, General.
Yes, sir.
This is yeah, nice to speak with you. Sorry, I've been using the old line.
Is that Dakiola?
Yes, I've been using the old line.
Thanks for the voice. I didn't see that coming. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing great. It's nice to hear the message as presented today.
Thank you very much, sir. Please.
I wanted to respond to what Mohammed said. Very, very important. That we cannot actually uproot the history totally when it comes to Ilorin and the other Yoruba part. Partly why that place is Emirate today is because of division in Yorubaland.
Yes.
Because if not for Ibadan people that fought these people back, the whole of Ibadan to Oyo everywhere will have been Emirate as we speak today. But of course, when these people were fighting, the Ibadan people fought to a certain extent, and they didn't want to take Ilorin back because if Ilorin were to be taken back, then it will go back to Oyo Empire at a time. They just stop at certain area and left the Emirate people alone. The issue with Fulani is always this problem. They will conquer your land, take your language, and take your name. That's what they've done in the northern part of Nigeria to the Hausas. They move in there. All these Emir of Kano, all these Sokoto Emirate, they all are invaders in essence. They invaded this place. They will take your name and they will take your language. Bukola Saraki, they are all Fulani. Even Muhammad himself is a Fulani man. So if he say he doesn't understand why he's speaking Yoruba, that is the reason why he's speaking Yoruba. Because when you come to foreign people's land, you try, in order to blend in, they try to take your language, they will learn the language, they will even give you, they will even take the name of the owner of the land. Ilorin is a Yoruba land, it's part of your empire, in essence. Now, that's one thing that should be clear. And the second part that should be clear is that we are not in the country. Nigeria is supposed to be a secular country. The concept that some people cannot practice their religion, people are being forced to observe Islamic religion. I don't want that kind to happen in any part in the country. This is the problem that Sharia brought to our land, where some people are implementing Sharia code as a law in our country, which is not supposed to be. I'm not saying that Muslims they should have the right to live their religion. Other people who believe something different should be able to do so.
To practice theirs too. And none should
this kind of belief is why people are killing people in the name of Muhammad. They burning people, committing a crime that somebody is blasphemy. So if I'm a Yoruba man and I want to do my Isese, why not ignore me and just allow me to do my thing?
That's right.
Because if I were to say as a Christian, do I believe Muslim religion is good? I will say no. I don't. I believe they're doing something wrong, but they have the right to practice whatever they like. So also other people should be able to do the same. So
like
the concept
that people say it in their mouth and they don't agree with it in practice. We agree with it in practice. That's what I don't understand. They will say everybody can be what they are. I respect people, other people, but this is not what is happening. You know what I mean? Like you are telling them to respect you and the town and the code that you have put in place because it is your code and it is Emirate, right? And at the same time, you are telling them how they should do theirs. How is that kind of, I don't know.
The question they need to ask, with the land where they are going to do their Isese, does it belong to them? If it does,
no.
If it belongs to the Yoruba people, then they should be allowed to do whatever they want. Either they call Ogun, they call Shango, that is their right to do.
Yeah.
So you can't force religion. Nigeria is not an Islamic state. And for people who are propaganda going around with this propaganda, they are going to force Nigeria to be Islamic state. They are mistaken because this thing is not going to end there. Right now, people are taking sit-back approach. The Afonja family lineage is still there in Ilorin. It's not going away, in essence. Ilorin is a Yoruba part. The concept that Muhammad doesn't understand that his people are foreigners that came, and some of them are answering Yoruba name and they are speaking Yoruba language. He should understand that. But the reality is that people should be free. When we say people should be free, this is what we call liberty. Do whatever you want to do that please you. Other people do whatever it pleases them. So, and the concept you are going to force them against that is totally not acceptable. Before I drop the line,
yes, sir.
Let me also comment on the JAMB issue that we talked about yesterday, in essence.
Yes.
And look, I still believe that lady did not manipulate that result all by herself, because I've always been asking, the QR code in that result that he printed, I don't believe that she manufactured that. That is the one that is not being answered here. Buhari may have done a lot of things bad on Nigeria, but one thing he did so well was to make JAMB accountable to Nigeria. So JAMB that used to not bring any money started generating about 1 billion. So before Buhari, where was the money going? A lot of the officials have been stealing from this. In fact, 30 million was swollen by snake, and today they've not found where it went and all that kind of stuff. And you look at the result of the people that scored the highest score. Actually, I was analyzing the result. I look at the result. They also follow the same pattern. Nearly the first 4 people score 60 something. They score 90 something. And even near all the 4 people score 97 in physics, 97. I'm asking myself, I'm not blaming the students. Don't get me wrong. I surely applaud all the students. Are there things that is leaking out of JAMB that they are giving the student to practice? You know, people are paying money to get this question paper beforehand. JAMB has become so corrupt. If you were to investigate that lady that has been accused of stealing, manipulating stuff, somebody in the JAMB, somebody in JAMB actually helped her out, because that code that she got, QR code, is not what you can manufacture in your head. Somebody gave her that code. In essence, I believe that lady is threatened to take responsibility for everything that fall out, so that they can move on. She has been threatened to confess, in essence. And I hope that Nigeria will not just sacrifice that lady, that they will help her out, in essence. The concept that people is Igbo is, forget about this. This girl is a victim of corrupt system in Nigeria, in essence. And if they are going to blame her for all what is failing in JAMB, people will be mistaken. It should be helped, and as much as I believe, so that her score is a very good score, 249.
She still did well.
You scored
249 or thereabout. She could still go to any school, but now they've cancelled that, I think. And she won't be able to sit for 3 years, I think.
That is wrong. They are going to make criminal out of this lady because of this, and that is totally. And all Nigerians should condemn why JAMB should cancel her result. Why she will not be able to all our politicians, they are doing more than this. They are forging certificates. They are forging all these things, and nobody is holding them accountable.
Thank you so much.
And because of a 19-year now. So that's my comment for today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks a lot, and I appreciate that. Now I'll take another one. Number caller. I hope he's from Nigeria and just not the number. Hello there.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you too. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. This is Damilola.
Dami.
I'm calling from Lagos.
From Lagos, I know. How you doing, Baba?
I'm fine. Well, I don't mean to attack Mohammed, but it's either he's pretending or he's living a lie. And why have I said that? I believe everywhere on the surface of the head, God named, immediately the descendants, or let me say the indigenous people, got to the place.
There is.
So Ibadan is a Yoruba name.
That's right.
Ilorin, as far as I know, is a Yoruba name. So I want Mohammed to give me the full name meaning of Ilorin. If he could give me one, I'll be very happy. Then when you get to Kwara State, there are lots of Yoruba places there. Ayepe, this one, that one. Is he saying that all those places came to being after Yoruba actually conquered Fulani? I know that's a non-existent story. I'm only trying to paint a picture.
I know. I get you.
Yeah. So is he saying that Yoruba actually conquered those people to now stamp their own name and indigeneity over those areas? It would be a big lie. Now, this is it. The Nigerian case is a very complicated one. And I want to believe, if no one else believes it, that Islamization is very real. When you call somewhere an emirate, I don't think emirates exist anywhere in Nigeria except fabricated ones. Even this, the caliphate in Sokoto and all of that, when you dig deep into history, you would realize that there is nothing of such, because the Fulanis don't actually have any indigenous land in Nigeria. They are basically from Futajalon, they are basically from Central African Republic, and this is where they start spreading their whatever. In fact, if you go into history, there are attempts to get into South Africa, but they were being repelled. So according to what Mr. Akinola said, I support his claim 100%. These are people that are known to get to places and try to dominate those people. Again, I want to ask Mohammed, is Afonja a Fulani name?
No.
At least we can't talk about Ilorin without talking about Afonja. The truth is, we Yorubas might be shying away from it, but Ilorin is a Yoruba land. conquered by the Fulani people. That word conquer is what we don't want to tell ourselves. We don't want to believe we've been conquered. And whenever we bring this up as pretenders that we are in Yorubaland, or let me say, probably cowards, we always want to run away from it. And that was what did
Danny, like, Kwara is Yorubaland. Okay, they speak Yoruba very well. But when it comes to when they are talking about Yoruba states, they are never part of it. And there are Yorubas from there, and I'm asking, like, how do they feel? Here you get, like, you are Yoruba, or here you are. You don't even know if you are real Yoruba or not real Yoruba. Who is to define it?
Exactly. And let me even say this again. I don't mean to attack him also, but the man that called before Mr. Akinola called is one of those cowards actually trying to run away from that reality as well.
How?
Whenever we talk about this, we run away from the fact that we don't want war, we don't want let the sleeping dog lie, blah, 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 blah. The fact remains, it's the Yoruba land that has been conquered, and there will be a time in history that some people will rise up and say, whatever it is, we want our land back. Whether we want it today or we don't want it tomorrow, it will come.
Eventually.
So let's just I don't know how to put it, but the truth is, our state is a Yoruba land. If they are believing they are not Yoruba, they are living a lie.
Let me take another one. You should have a wonderful Sunday. Oh, I hope I see you tonight.
Thank you.
Anyway, take care, Baba.
Yeah, I'm always on my.
Nice one. So here we go. I have another caller. I hope this was my caller who scored dropped off earlier or not. Hello there.
Yes, bros. I'm the one, Jerry.
Oh, is that you that your call dropped? I'm glad you called back. I didn't know what happened. I was like, oh my God, what happened? How are you, sir?
No back, bros.
No, not at all. Please. I'm glad you called back. You see, you didn't even finish your own presentation, and you've already got about two responses already. So, please.
Let me quickly react to what my brother said now. You know, the last caller. The reality on ground is Ilorin people, based on the history, we all cannot change, invited the formidable warriors, you know, Fulani warriors, to come help them. As soon as they won the war, those guys stayed back. That explains why all of the Agbegbe, as we call it, around Ilorin, you know, are fully Yoruba. It's it's so mismanaged. Don't get me wrong. But sincerely, what we have, you know, in Ilorin, I'm not Fulani. To even give you more clarification, I'm not Muslim. But I sincerely appreciate the beauty of what we have. The Ilorin Muslim man is different from the northern Muslim man. Don't get me wrong. I respect Islam. Some things some people don't agree with. You don't find in the Southwest with the Southwest Muslim, you know, ideology.
Yeah.
So, in my own opinion, now you can't come what was won with guns and swords and everything. You don't go to the table now and say, no, we don't want them. We want to change them out.
I get your drift. Like, what you are saying is that a lot of us might say anything we want, but we shouldn't shy away from the reality of how it came to be. And you can't say something that was won with blood, sword, and gun can be let go by a mere asking for it. Is that what you mean?
Yes. It's like asking the Americans now, or the Canadians and all of them, to leave the land where they are now. Yes, there's an argument for it, but it will not work. They are here. Now they are trying to make a way for the Native American, for the Dees. Everybody is making sacrifices to still make the system work beautifully. And talking about the Ilorin people not being able to identify as Yoruba, over the years, we have been used as pawns. There are certain families you can pick out from Kwara. The Saraki family, for instance. Now, I'm not saying this to hit against them or something. It's been their own political way to maneuver things around. When it suits their purpose, they will say Ilorin or Kwara State is middle belt. When it suits their purpose, Bukola will say Kwara is northern state.
Oh, it's northern state. You're right.
Yes. So all of those narrations have been very confusing for everybody. But we are not the ones that make decisions and all this.
No,
You know,
we're
they are
not.
the ones. You know, that's for my Ilorin side of my talk. And sorry, bros. Let me quickly dive into what I was saying then and had the phone call off. You know, is my my southeastern friend.
Yeah.
I've looked them in the face here and I told her, I said, see, who exactly are we fighting for? This Biafra. Is it for Wanyawu or Chief Adolphus? It doesn't make sense. I said, in the present day Nigeria, I said, my brother, you are the most privileged. He didn't get it. We went on and on with the argument. I said, it doesn't make any sense. I said, there's no tribe in Nigeria that is getting any extra boost. The Yoruba man is suffering. The Hausa man, in fact, is number one for Fatofa head. We all see
everybody
them on
is
the
suffering.
street.
You're right.
Yes. I said, so in the present day Nigeria, you are the only people with the ability to move into everybody's tribe, everybody's destination, set up businesses. I said, for the average, I'm not talking about your political elite. They are the ones pushing you to fight for their battle, which is very selfish. I said, present day Nigeria, take an example from my Kogi people, Yoruba people that left Kwara. I think it's a big example we're all missing out in Nigeria. We've had things like this happen before. Why don't we take a case study? Study it. Let us all discuss. We are going to have a referendum. But years before the referendum, let us have discussion. Let us educate ourselves. In Kenya, Chinedu, why are you running away from Lagos? Do you understand the full implication of this referendum if you win? If Nigeria does not give you their cash cow, which is understandable on their own part too, because I checked what the very revered Ojukwu submitted in the first war of Biafra. I saw it myself. I saw the list. Now, if you want the South states to be taken, it will not come easy. There's no country that will sit back and allow you to take their cash cow away. No. If you are basing it on ethnic line, and you say only these 6 states that are fully Biafra states is what I want to cut off, then I personally will, if I have the power, I will wait in and say, are you the mad? I will tell Nigeria to shut up. I will look at you and say, why? Why do you want to suffer yourself? Like, these guys are paying you budget every month. You are getting this and this benefit. They are not stopping you from secluding yourself and taking care of development plans that affect only you. I said, why are you cutting off? They will never allow you to take their cash cow. But what is the most you have done in the last 50 years with money we have all shared from the South?
Well, they looted them anyway, so that's what they did.
The Yorubas don't deserve it. The Hausas don't deserve it. The only people that should really be complaining in Nigeria are the people of the South. We have been taking their cake and sharing to everybody. But what has everybody done with it? Ogun State to Lagos State. You see that empty piece of land, palm oil and everything, nothing there. Even the so-called Odua. What have they done? What have they done with the money they've taken from the South over the years in preparation for their own nation? I said, why? Chinedu, why do you want to run away from Lagos? Check out the implication of this thing you are signing on to. Don't sign it because someone will ask you to sign it. I have an example from the Kogi people that left Kwara. Now they are in pain. A lot of them died. They killed themselves, suicide. It's all not written in gold, though. Let's be careful.
What I picked from what you said, sir, right, which is so important, is that you also acknowledge the fact that we should talk. People should have this conversation. Like Nigeria should have this chat, okay? Or else, well, I wouldn't say where this is headed other than over the cliff. Sir?
It's very painful, sir.
Thank you so much.
Just to put it, do you know? Sorry, sir.
Yeah, quickly.
To see how bad this is. I went into a store, where I live. It's far away from Nigeria.
Right.
Here. I saw a nice-looking boy, and I was like, nice boy. When did you come here? 15 years ago? He said, no, just a year ago. So I said, you speak so well. You know everything about it. And the first question he asked me, I said, I'm from Nigeria. Are you from Nigeria? So he said, yes. He said, where are you from? I said, Kwara State, I saw his face drop. Like I said, this small boy, I grabbed him and pulled him inside. I said, no mind any story where they tell you. Because he's, of course, from the East. I said, when push comes to shove, I said, together we are just a magnificent set of people. I said, don't listen to all the nonsense that they tell you. Nigeria as one, we are great. So yes, this time too, it will pass. But let us have
I like your faith, sir. I do. And I hope Nigeria will not one day make you be like, Mayegun, I am the one who always told you that, one day Nigeria, but Mayegun, I've taken it back. I hope yours won't be same, right? I've had people told me things and they're like, you know one thing, sir, you know something? A lot of people who actually no longer want Nigeria to kind of continue, they are doing so because of the frustration and all that, right? However, so many of them were pro-Nigeria just a few years back.
Yeah.
Some of them as recent as few months ago. They still believe that, but every day Nigeria does things. These guys does things that will make you question that hope. I hope they will make you question yours too. You have a strong mind.
They shouldn't take it. They shouldn't take away from my southeastern brothers what they have built over the years. Don't let anybody deceive you. You're already selling everything the Yoruba man wants, everything the Hausa. Don't lose that opportunity. Why are you throwing away your market? You want to take Alaba.
Have a chat with them. They won't even have that conversation of national conversation. They won't even have it.
Yeah, you want to take Alaba to Onitsha, it will not work. Ladipo to Onitsha. See, it will only take one greedy Baba Ijebu to set up the whole of Ladipo. Not the money you go take. It has $2 billion. And then proximity to market. People will never come to Onitsha to pick your spare part, except you are telling them you are selling for half the price. Why are we raining on our own parade? Yes, nothing is good as it stands. But hold on, my people. I take or beg you. And if people are telling you to respect a boundary, respect, no worry. Ask the question, why are you asking me to respect this boundary? The Igbo man is genuinely, naturally, he's a goal-getter. I respect that. But unfortunately, for the other laid back, I mean, Yoruba man, see me talking like this, but the truth is, go to the east and say, okay, where are the land? You ask for a piece of land in the east. They tell you they have to speak with the gods. For one of my friends, the gods have not replied in the last 16 years. So be careful. If you are taking so much from other people, appreciate it because of who you are. You are goal-getters. Don't miss that point. Don't allow your political elite to push you out of your own party. You are the most privileged average Nigerian. Stop telling me that you are marginalized. Maybe your political elites are marginalized.
Sending them away. You didn't talk about that. You make it look like
no. That's what I'm saying. The conversation got heated. When some people that were laid back, lazy, my own lazy people, we like party pass, even business idea. All of a sudden, somebody came and said, oh yeah, and we can also, there are a lot of wrong narratives. I'm sure no group of Igbo sat down and said, well, we are taking over Lagos. But that narrative was pushed out. Fake news is about to kill Nigeria. So some Yoruba people had that fake news and they were like, no, our own land, were they giving us land? So all of these things, all of the fakeness, it will reveal itself. It might take us a year or so. But don't act in the peak of the moment.
Like I said, Baba, thank you so much. I kind of respect your stronger faith. And a lot of people are going to be disagreeing with you in the comment section. So don't read the comments, okay? Or you've passed the message. And some other people have actually heard you. Sure,
Thank you, sir.
I am going to take another one. Thank you so much. Now, you must have that at the back of your mind that when you call on to Mayegun's Diary Politico, there are people who are going to respond. Trust me. I beg all of you. You can disagree with people's opinion, all right, views, okay? But don't ever go kind of insulting, all right? Because most of the time, insulting them because you disagree with them doesn't tell much about them. It actually say much about you, okay? I hope I'll be able to make you do it that way, okay? Anyway, I have a caller. Hello there.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you. How you doing? Idris, a bit out here.
Wow. Exactly, sir.
Oh, Idris, how are you?
Joba calling you these days.
And it's not even so busy, like we are not so many until
exactly. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for keep educating us every day, every time. Even the time that you are not online, it's that we pay something happened to me because I get more knowledge. Even we that were in Nigeria, especially myself, I get more information from your own platform before I can even get from our own media platform here in Nigeria. So thank you for keep educating us. God will continue crowning your effort to success. So the last, I will not say much about the last caller because that is this platform. This is what is meant for educating, for enlightening. Be it Abadomites, be it the Kolu, be it everybody. Just come to this platform. Then one thing, and if you have been delusional about. Yeah, exactly. So, and also for the likes of Mohammed, I think some few months ago when he joined the platform, the way he's behaving and the likes, and I believe that as time goes on, he will understand things very well. That Nigeria is not just from the what this man normally say, Asari Dokubo. So Nigeria is not for somebody. So what we need, what is not for you. So that is aside. I would like to talk about your yesterday topic about this lady, that jam or something. Sorry, I pronounced it wrongly. Yes, I still find it so difficult that this guy actually did it. I still don't want to believe it that she actually did it. What on my own instinct, what I'm thinking is probably there have been more pressure on the family. You know, in Nigeria here, poverty is just like a tool from which the elite normally use. And from the look of things, the father, I think, is a motorcycle rider. So to me, I see probably pressure has been too much because this is not the first time, neither the second time that JAMB has been having issue about their results. That probably someone have 250 and later we check again and have 200. So I believe that probably there's pressure because even the way the lady that child the girl is speaking to last week, from the look of things, I can see that this girl, she's vibrant now. So I still don't get it that this is Nigeria. It's not the JAMB office that snake swallows some money. So I don't want to believe that the girl actually. So I don't want to believe that that thing actually happened. So everything lies in the hand. And Nigeria, something that is happening in Nigeria, what is happening in Nigeria, as in what is this dividing Nigeria? Number one, ethnicity. Number one, another thing is religion. And I've been hearing that news, and thank God you brought it up about the Ilorin. Well, from my own, this is the reason why Nigeria scrapped history from our own, from this thing. Because right from when I was growing up, I learned that Kwara, or let me say Ilorin, is just Yoruba state. So now, why are you now bringing that? Okay, don't bring Isese. From their constitution now, at least constitution, Nigeria constitution says that you can practice the religion.
That's right.
So why are you now bringing that Isese that you don't do that? Please. We should think very well. And another thing I would try to tell the Nigerian government, I will tell the Nigerian government, please release Nnamdi Kanu. Release Nnamdi Kanu, because what is happening in the southeast, that people are now, all these criminals, that they are now bringing that, because Nnamdi Kanu is not released, they are not killing and this thing. I believe that it is not the handwork of Nnamdi Kanu, and all those people perpetrating these acts should just stop. And please, Nigeria government, Nigeria government, please release Nnamdi Kanu, please. Thank you very much,
Idris.
sir.
Thank you so much, Idris, for calling in. I'm going to go get myself ready for tonight. Thank you to every one of you who turned up to be part of this chat this afternoon. It's Sunday sermon, a very, very complicated topic. And I'm glad that I've let it out of my chest. And the rest of you can have the time as well and think about this. Then hopefully, we'll all have the answer, in not a long time. Thank you. I will see all of you later tonight. Tonight, I'm going to make it open court too, okay? So Yari, the guy that challenged Kolu for the Senate president and all that, the rumor has it that the guy was planning to remove Akpabiole. And before the election of Akpabiole as Senate President, Yari, who spent so much money to run against him, they said Tifnubu was calling him to step down. And the guy didn't pick Tifnubu's call. But he now says something that they said Tifnubu heard, that if it is not for Buhari, who the hell is Tinubu? Well, it was Buhari that destroyed all their plan and their permutation. If not, who the hell is Tinubu to tell him not to contest for Senate presidency? Meanwhile, there is a report that over 42 billion naira of supposed APC campaign money was put in his care during the last election. Okay? And they said the EFCC or thereabout, therefore, DSS have to arrest him. They arrested him yesterday. So the media said, oh, he was arrested because he didn't pick Tifnubu's call. Then he was arrested because he mismanaged 47 billion naira for election. But the point is that he has been released, and it seems they don't start the fire early. Whatever that is, join me later tonight. We can have a chat on that and many others. And thanks for spending your afternoon or morning with me. I will see you tonight, hopefully.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun Diary politico.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.